And we are live. Hello, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to Forever Rugby Beyond Forever Sports. It is a Friday night. It is URC time, and we've got an interesting match in store for us as Zebre take on the Sharks in a little under 10 minutes, really. 8 minutes to go until kickoff. A very interesting game because we're talking about two teams who are currently winless in the competition, and both teams searching for their first victory. And therefore, lots to play for. Sharks not even just winless, but are pointless at the moment in the competition. So it's been an absolutely dreadful start to proceedings for John Plumtree in his new role, and he really needs to turn it around sooner rather than later. And whilst there are excuses in terms of there being no Springboks, for example, in terms of there being a bit of an injury crisis at the Sharks, excuses have the uses, but only to a point. And eventually you have to start taking a bit of responsibility and start understanding as well that the Sharks have got one of the best squad depths out there, and therefore it's no longer really an excuse to say, oh, we've got injuries, oh, we've got no box or whatever, because they've got the player personnel. They've gone and signed so many players that they don't really have the excuse to sit there and say, oh well, we just can't compete. Because no, you've gone and invested, you've gone and spent all the money on bringing all these players in, and you've got good academy structures as well. So yeah, but anyway, let's go through the teams in a little bit, shall we? And before we do, please do smash like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. And as the Sharks are going to be busy walking out, they're going to be in their white kit, and Francois Venter leads them out. And let's have a look at who they will be. Who he is leading out in terms of the two teams, shall we? Right, so let's start with the away side, which is Zebre. In the front row, it is Danilo Pachetti, Luca Bigi, big addition to the front row, as well as Joan Pitanari. In the second row, it is David Cici next to Leonard Kremov, and Luca Adriani, Jacob Bianchi, and Giovanni Lachata, the captain for tonight in that back row. Then Gonzalo Garcia comes in, he partners Tiff Eden, a very experienced fly half there in the number 10 jersey. Simon Gezi and Jacobo Trolla are the two wings. In the centres, it will be Enrico Luchin and Luca Marizzi. At fullback, it will be Geronimo Priscantelli, the Argentinian, who I thought had an absolutely brilliant game last week. Was very impressed by him. So looking forward to seeing what he can do tonight at fullback. Off the bench for the Italians, it will be Gianpietro Rabaldi, Luca Rozzoli, Mohamed Hassa, Matteo Canali, David Righieri, Alessandro Fasco, Scott Gregory, and Taina Fox Matamua. Your referee tonight, by the way, is Peter Martin. For the Sharks, it'll be Instuka Tunu, Dylan Richardson, Currie Ostays in the front row, then Corner Roll, Emil van Heerden in the second row, James Fenton, Pex Bootlazy, George Cornier. When you think that James Fenton is one of the more experienced players there, it shows you the inexperience really in that loose trio. The Pex Bootlazy has played almost 50 games at this level, though. So at the halfback pairing, Cameron Wright partnering Buddha Chamberlain after the concussion to Cohen Bosch. Pure Gianti in the number 11 jersey, Werner Koch in the 14, April Fassi in the 15. Your centres tonight are captain Francois Venter as well as Ryan Janssen van Rensburg. Off the bench, it'll be Dan Jooster, Harno Jacobs, Hiron Andrews, Crazy Mono, Sukamoza Noche, Z Mkabele, Lionel Cornier, and Maris Portkita. And the whistle is blown. We are underway over in Palmer. They go down the left-hand side, pretty short, and it's a good take to get things going by. I think it is Corner Roll, as we wait for the camera to zoom and show us who it actually is. But first things first, ball's gone in the air, it's been taken, and the Sharks are on the front foot. Right, and the first carry for Instuka, the talented Lucian, who'll be eyeing out a way to get back into that Springbok setup in the coming months. And Cameron Wright looking to try and hoist it nice and high in the air. Werner Koch's going to give chase. That's a very good take from Priscantelli underneath it. Looking to go quickly here is Gonzalo Garcia. Popping up. It's a nice angle being run there by Luca Bigi. Big addition to have him in the quick ball here. And it's been left behind. But I think Kremov, turnover ball, then turnover again now to Zebre. So I think they're knocking advantage. Ball available. And eventually knocked on by the Sharks. We'll have an early set piece here. Not the worst start there from Zebre. Really trying to sort of up the pace of play quite quickly. And just being left behind there by Leonard Kremov. So frustrating from him. It was a nice ball actually there from Tiff Eden. He's a nice player, is Tiff Eden. Enjoy watching him, and I think that will be interesting to see how him and Priscantelli sort of combine with the British power half. Right, so first things first, let's see how they do the set piece. It's going to be an interesting battle. I think if Zebre can actually pitch up with the set piece, I think they can actually give the Sharks side a bit of a go. Going to some of the comments, Richard earlier said, I'm ready, let's go. Sharks need to get on the board. Good evening, Camper. How are you? Saying, got to ask somewhere early, was Bun when Richard was cat for Scotland. I think he can even be a hooker for the box. I've always thought he is box quality. Yeah, interesting decision from him to make that sort of call early. Right, decent scrum there from Zebre and early carry there for Simone Guess. He found himself in the midfield at the wing with a scrum cap. Exciting player. I think you'll see a couple of games with him initially in the next few years. And not trying to get in the front foot there is Jacob Bianchi. Now going to go back to the boot chase, Gonzalo Garcia. Right, this is high in the air. Not got too fast. It'll be contestable. Werner cocked the man underneath it. And spills forward, and it's been turned over. So to a turn of ball here for Zebre on the front foot with a knock-on advantage as well. And I think they knocked it on the ground, so it will be another scrum, which was a decent scrum first time. So not a bad start here from Zebre. Not the best start there from Werner Koch. And you can see he's annoyed himself. Ball came straight in and back and straight out. Off his shoulder there. Just wasn't really in the best position. Right, so scrum here for Zebre in a decent position. They got the full sort of right width to work with. So and penalty here for Zebre. Good start there from there. Nice early penalty. And again, I think this front row battle's going to be interesting. Quinny Oosthuizen, I'd like to see him sort of step up. I think Ntuka needs to prove himself as a scrummager. I think if he's going to have a career in the box, he needs to understand that. Well, he needs to scrum first. You know, it's very good it's all very well being good on the loose, but your sort of core function as a prop is to be able to scrum, especially from an international perspective. And if he's going to struggle to do that, he's going to struggle to make sort of higher honours really. So an early penalty there from him. And Zebre, well, showing a bit of a gut here, and I've decided to go to the corner. Strong take there, right? Looking for the rolling more here. Zebre on the front foot early on. Luca Bigi holding things at the back. He decides to break himself. He's half a gap. Pops it inside. Spins away. Just short. Here's Andriani. Quick ball. Gonzalo Garcia wants to go himself. Pick up and go. Very solid work here. Another pick up and go. Penalty advantage here as well. Another pick up and go. This time it's Bianchi. They're just short here, Zebre. Gonzalo Garcia on the left-hand side. Good tackle there from Rowan Janssen from Rensburg. Just killing momentum. Gonzalo Garcia starts to go down the right-hand side to Bitonari. 2 meters out here. And Fischetti. The Carter now. The captain. Still penalty advantage here for the home side. And they go to Fischetti. So okay for him. Now quick ball. Goes to Garcia. That's a fantastic tackle. The ball goes in behind. And no penalty advantage there whatsoever. They go back for the penalty. So, very, very good work. Good work there being done by Zebre. Decent defense, it must be said, by the Sharks. Held out well. And they go back for the high tackle. Interesting decision now time for Zebre. I'll go to the corner again. I think after that batch to play, I'll be very, very excited about life. And I'll be saying, right, here we go. Just to say, imagine waking up and remembering you're a Sharks fan. And Justin saying, Crobbelar deserves a call-up for hookup if Bongi retires. I don't think Bongi's retiring anytime soon. I do think that the young Crobbelar, though, is very much on the Bach radar. And I think, you know, initially they sort of talked about the fact that they wanted to put on a bit of size. But as I said, the fact that Deon Ferrari played 78 minutes in a World Cup final and managed to hold his own, although there were certain aspects I think we definitely missed from a heavier, bigger hooker. But yeah, anyway, they take the points here. So Prish Cantelli is asked for as a kicking team. So after some good early momentum here from Zebre, they are going to take the points and take an early lead here in just the 7th minute of the game. Kicked very well, nicely last weekend, did the Argentinian. And easy as you like, straight down the middle. And Zebre get onto the board after 6.5 minutes, 3 points to nil. Solid start. Sharks really haven't had any ball so far, so not the start that John Plumshee would have liked to have seen, but a very nice start from the home side. Right, the restart from Watchalong goes down the right-hand side. Goes pretty deep as well. And the Carter right up against the touchline. Is he going to manage to get the ball in? He's not. So that's very, very good. Well done by the Sharks. Good pressure by James Fenter, Werner Koch. And the Carter, you can see a little bit frustrated. He didn't really have any options there to be able to offload it. And he was bundled into touch, which means it will be a Sharks line out inside the 22. Yeah, good work there. And it's Werner Koch and James Fenter putting like a rash all over him. Which is how do you rate Werner Koch as a 15th player versus 7th player? I like his commitment, giving his all as a 7th player. I really think it spills over. Yeah, I think he's a solid. I'm a firm as a 7th player. I think if we're all going to be brutally honest. Well, I know the money's with the 15s. And Dylan Richardson and all those blonde locks breaks with the back. Solid carry from him. Very nice carry from him. Good energy shown early on by the hooker. Quick ball now goes to James Fenter. On the front foot, we'll return to our discussion about Werner Koch in a bit. And it's a horrible pass, but it was impeded was Cameron Wright. So penalty for the Sharks. And decision time now for Francois Fenter. Yeah, I don't think it's really translated. And I think he's a solid player. I think he's a phenomenal 7th player. So I think that he's a solid 15th player. I don't think he's making box squads anytime soon, unless he sort of really starts to find some really good form. But yeah, I think he's a decent. I think he's a solid. You know, they've always had those players over the years who were solid options at domestic level, maybe not international quality. I think he kind of probably fits into that mold. I think he's had some good games. I think he's had some average games. Quite liked him at outside centre at a stage. But he's a grafter. He's a grafter. So, yeah, there's one thing you know about him. You know you're going to get everything out of him. But I do miss him in a set 15 setup. They're going to take the points here. Sharks looking to try and level things here. Bullet Chamberlain will have his first kick-off of the match. Back in the number 10 jersey. Played a lot of his rugby at 15 last season. Head down immediately. Great kick there from Bullet Chamberlain. Right, Sharks are onto the board. And things are level as we approach the 10-minute mark. We do have a poll running, by the way, saying who will win this clash, Zebre or Sharks. And in the break of play, I'd like to give a big shout out to our partners, BOYLESPORTS and BITDEFENDER. BOYLESPORTS, as you can see, up to 400% extra on multiples, as well as a brilliant sign-up bonus. Go and get yourselves on BOYLESPORTS. We do weekly bets as a decent restart there as Pep Sport Lazy drives up. We do weekly bets on the fan form that Chris, our betting guy, gives, and he's on a pretty impressive streak at the moment. So you really want to go and get involved in that, trust me. But a turn of ball here from Zebre. That's very good work now. Back on the front foot. Pretty poor penalty from sealing off, which is very frustrating. To turn the ball over, get some momentum, and then concede a penalty. And then BITDEFENDER, you got a world-class cybersecurity. And they are the first brand that comes to name in protecting your devices from cyber threats. And they've got a phenomenal 50% offer at the moment. So make sure you go and check that out. And yeah, make sure you get yourself a BOYLESPORTS account. If you guys have not, by the way, please make sure you go and join our Super Brew. You're going to win weekly free bets, courtesy of BOYLESPORTS, and you can also have a look and see and how you sort of rank with everybody else. So I'm going to put the link in the description to join our Super Brew if you haven't. And his first line out, or the second line out for Dylan has been, well, it was almost lost. It's eventually brought back on the corner. Oh, find a bit of space down here. Look at the legs on him. Checks it and eventually brought down by Lecarte. Starts out at 22 and support does arrive. Cameron Wright goes down the right-hand side to Francois Fenter. Chip over the top and Bullet Chamberlain. Wasn't really expected by his teammates, and it's well marked in the air. Not sure that was the right option by Bullet Chamberlain. I think the option was there, but I don't think anyone was really expecting it, so he didn't really have the chasers. Out on the right-hand side after the restart there. The Sharks work their way, but it's been left behind by Jans van Rensburg and a period Janti having to clean up. Sorry, Bapoli Fassi is cleaning up. He goes now to Tukatuna. What a line he's been run by the big loose head. And that's a poor penalty from Pep Spootelazy. Really, really poor. Diving straight in from the side. Concedes the penalty. This could be kickable as well for Prishkanteli. Yeah, I'm not impressed with that decision is Pep Spootelazy. And looks like Zebre will take the points here. Why not, really? And it's Trula who will take it. It's just inside the half, so it's about a 45, 46 meter kick, I reckon. Pretty much bang in front. So not going to Prishkanteli, going with a big boot of the wing. Alright, that's it. It's bang in front, so it doesn't need to worry about direction. He just needs to give us a wallop and hope he goes straight, really. Well, it's gone straight. It's looking good. It's looking good. I'll tell you what, that had change on it. That's a brilliant kick from Jacobo Trula. And Zebre back in front. Right, so sloppy start here from the Sharks early on. And just need to tighten things up. Pretty poor penalties, you can see. A high tackle and going off his feet. Then another deep restart. This time a little bit more infield than the first one. Ball goes back inside. Doesn't opt to kick yet. Here's Prishkanteli. Eventually takes contact. And slow ball here from Gonzalo Garcia. He needs a couple of blockers, or he might actually ask for a pod here and a restart. Yeah, no, sorry, Gonzalo Garcia is actually down in the heap and is not moving. So it could be a head injury here, which would be a big blow for Zebre. Alessandro Fasco on the bench. So capable replacement, but not ideal to be losing your scrum off early on in the game. Yeah, doesn't look particularly happy. I don't think it's a head injury. I think it's a potential chest or rib injury. Oh, it's off the ball here for Werner Koch, who's running back and runs into him. I don't think I'm gonna have a look at this. I think it was pretty accidental. So I'm busy looking at the Super picks, by the way, and I'm trying to see if I can find our favorite sports team to see who picked what. Dan, myself, and I don't know if that's Dan Scholz or if that's the other Scholz that we do know. I think it's actually. Don't know, trying to work out Dan Scholz is around here. We both got Sharks by 6, by the way. That was our official prediction. And who else in the Fair Sports team have people gone with? Only 5 people have gone with a Zebre win. There's a penalty, by the way, for Zebre. I'm seeing, I think that is James has gone by 5. Sharks by 5. So yeah, so me and Scolty are have gone by 6. We've gone with the same. Who else is around here? Good line out there from Bougie. And it's been sacked by Zebre, so not the best line, but the ball is available for them as Garcia comes back. He is okay after that hit. Taking his time here as Gonzalo Garcia is going to go to the boot. Not look to kick too deep here so far, have Zebre. That is a bit deeper, but should still be a... No, someone gets his timing very wrong. It's a good take from Werner Koch, much better than his first attempt he had. Cameron Wright giving away to Pep Spootelazy. He goes pretty direct. Ball available for Cameron Wright, taking his time here. He's going to go to the boot. And James Fenter, Werner Koch going to give chase here. To the Richardson after it as well. Very nicely taken there in the end by Tiffy Eden under a lot of pressure. And a good counter-ruck, though, coming from the Sharks. This could be turnover ball, actually. It is turnover ball as Cameron Wright goes digging. Right turnover ball. Goes to Quinny Oosthuizen. The big tight head. Buddha Chamberlain. Hands from Fussy. Fenter goes himself, the captain. Now down the right-hand side. Pio Dianti shifting across the right. He's looking for a bit of work here, Dianti, but it's taken forward by Dylan Richardson. Now Buddha Chamberlain. Pops it up to Pio Dianti. Pops it up to a bit of a juggle there. Now Jace Fenter down the side. Jace Fenter inside to Cameron Wright. Cameron Wright should go all the way. Cameron Wright will go all the way. Very, very nice handling. That's a bit more like it. You can see Dianti saying, let's reset, let's keep going. That's more like the Sharks. It's been a while since we've seen that, and that's a very, very well-constructed try. Yeah, Quinio's in the tight here with some nice quick hands there. Love to see it, don't you? Delia saying, hi all in the Shark Tank. Let's hope they stick to basics and discipline. Saying Sevens produced great starts for the national team. Look no further than likes of Quacker Smith, Kirtley, Orange, Chesney and Colby played Sevens. Warren Whiteley back in the day. Sean Farrell, welcome back. Sean saying Zebre often bottle it a lot. I was here during the week. A Rugby Club World Cup could happen in 2028. What's your thoughts? Yeah, I'm going to do a bit of video on that next week. A lot of people don't like it. I'm not massively opposed to it, to be honest. I think the concept's quite cool. Usually it all comes down to, format and scheduling and whether it'll work and logistically and stuff like that. But the concept, I don't think, why wouldn't you want to see a Crusaders versus a Toulouse, it's Crusaders versus a Leinster in a Club World Cup, Good kick from Buddha Chamberlain, by the way, as Sharks go up to 8 points. And 10 points, rather, with that conversion. So 10 points to 6. And if you are wondering if things are looking a little bit different, they are looking a little bit different. This is our new studio for the upcoming season. So let me know what you think about it. A lot of hard work into to try and decide what the various look are. And penalty advantage there, by the way, for Zebre from the kickoff. But yeah, so a bit of a different look, and yeah, let me know what you think about it. Right, then the restart there from Cameron Wright. In fact, it wasn't a knock-on. It wasn't an advantage there. I think it committed a knock-on advantage. So it's a decent clearance to Cameron Wright. Will be a Zebre ball. You need to try and settle back. I mean, both teams look pretty good with ball in hand so far, and what's been quite a frantic start. Almost 20 minutes in so far, and the quality of rugby's been decent. Actually, I was really hoping we'd be in for a good match because Friday night rugby, it's flipping hot over here, and yeah, it's got 2 back-to-back games. We've got the Bulls game after, so it is a bit of a long night, which we don't mind as long as it's good rugby. It gets difficult when it becomes a long night of horrible rugby after a long week. It's a decent take, not the best line, but it's a reasonable take from David Cece. Right front foot ball here, and it's a pretty strong carry from Lucian, but it's a very good tackle coming from James Fenter. Garcia now going to Luca Bigi. He's been busy so far as the hooker. Now back down the left-hand side, sniping himself, and then Simone Gezi runs into Currie Oosthuizen. Ball available, slow ball here for Gonzalo Garcia. Goes down the right side. Tiffy makes the call. Pushkan Tilly, it's a great tackle from Pio Dianti. Absolutely brilliant. Counter-rack coming from the Sharks as well. Almost turning the ball over. That's a fantastic read by the wing. Gonzalo Garcia under a lot of pressure. Has to go himself. Down on the left-hand side, they do go. Solid carry from the captain, the Carter. But a good tackle on him as well. Oh, good ball. Hands. Very nice hands, but then the ball goes loose. That's nice hands by Cameron Wright. Bernard Cock stepping outside, drifting on the left-hand side now. Coming inside, and just a couple down. Ball squirts out on the left-hand side. And Currie Oosthuizen eventually will take contact and be brought down by Luca Bigi. Scrappy affair this now. Cameron Wright moving to Buddha Chamberlain. Chamberlain going to... Oh, his number's out here. James Fenter goes back inside. Now, Emir van Heerden looking to try and get his career a bit more on track. He had a weird load move to the Lions last year. Where he actually ended up playing and then moved back. Ball over the top, though, from Buddha Chamberlain. Up in the fastest chasing hard. Ball comes loose. And eventually, I think it's Gonzalo Garcia who's come away with it. It is indeed. And no advantage. I think a couple of knock-ons there. First knock-on was from the Sharks, so it will be a Zebre scrum. a frantic passion to play. They played fast. Having a few words with a couple of players. Not sure what that's about. And which is great stuff. Delay saying, looking great, Steve. Well, thank you very much. I assume you're talking about the studio, but I'll take a personal compliment as well. What is your end score? Well, I said Sharks by 6. That was my official prediction on Super Brew. I do think that there will be more points in this game, so I'm thinking like a 22-16 maybe. Maybe a 20 points to 14 type game. I do think we could be in for some more points. I think both teams look pretty good with ball in hand, so I think if they can stay disciplined and can be accurate, I do think there are points out there for both teams to score. And good to hear the audio sounding good as well, although that's going to be, we actually got a new mic potentially coming in over the next few days, so very keen to see how that's going to sound. And yeah, he's saying Sharks will win the first game, Zebre going down. Well, the funny thing is, if Zebre gets anything out of this game, like any points, then Sharks can actually overtake them. So the one thing about Zebre is that they've been pretty good at picking up points despite not picking up results. They've gotten 5 points out of 3 losses. It's not bad. And after this game, we'll be going straight into the Bulls game. So hopefully you guys can stay with me the entire evening. And because otherwise it gets a bit lonely out here. When, if there's nobody else out here, keep me as company. But Josh, so this goes into the Cardiff versus Bulls game. So let me know if you're going to keep me company. And also, if you are new to the channel, welcome. Please do subscribe to the channel. Add your name to that subscribers list. Welcome to the community. As we are trying to get up to 70,000 subscribers. That is the next sort of big goal. As you can see, you're currently sitting on 66,000, almost 700. We've been saying, imagine the Sharks lose. Well, I don't think it's that out of the realms of possibility. Yeah, it's not a bad break there from Zebre, but just slightly isolated. It's a great tackle from Currie and then Dylan Richardson all over that. It is the nice thing about having a sort of flanker, hooker, convert type thing. Is that you do get an extra fetcher on the field. So because when Boggy Benami comes back, he's not a fetcher, and which he makes it in so many different ways. But that is the one thing that Dylan Richardson does give you. He is an extra fetching option. Good take from Milkman here, and Will Chamberlain by himself, and pops it up to James Fenter in the midfield. Sharks on the front foot here. Cameron White, quick ball, now going Pepsi Boot lazy. Very solid work, nice front foot ball here. Rowan Jans van Rensburg, inside ball to Koenie Oosthuizen, and good tackle on him, but it's a nice inside ball there from Rowan Jans van Rensburg. Got a good to their hands on him. Corner roll now. The big man. I'm very excited about him. I think it's very exciting. Good work there from James Penta as the Sharks go into the 22. After Fassi was calling for, so Jansen was calling for. Fassi now goes to Ryan Jansen from Rensburg, who bumps away, but loses the ball in the process. Ball comes loose here. And eventually, the referee does call it, and it will be a scrum. Right, so a bit of a break and play, yeah. Almost 25 minutes in. Now, I'm applying this bottle of water. As I said, it is very hot over here. What are we all on, people? What are the beverage trays looking like? Are we all on beers after the long week, or are some people? Oh, that's nice and cold. Are some people on the runners? What's the chat? Scrum here for Zebre. Going to some of the comments here. Dunstan say, I also believe that Cardiff wins tonight. Interesting, yeah. Bulls are scoring points at the moment, but I've got a lot of concerns about their defense. In fact, I'm trying to work out actually if there's if the press conference is tonight or if it's yeah, I think it's tomorrow morning is the press conference afterwards. Because I'm very interested to see what the defensive performance is going to be like for the Bulls tonight. I think that's where they've really been let down in the last couple of games. Right, the Carter comes with the back there. Marauding number 8, the captain as well. Garcia wants to go back to the left-hand side. Goes back to his forwards now, creating a decent angle for him. Now he's going to look to go to the box kick. He goes back to Simon Gessie in the pocket. He's got a left boot. Looking to find a decent touch finally. He does find a touch. Not phenomenal, not terrible. Outside the 22, just shy of the 10-meter line. "22-year-old wing, not particularly big, not the biggest man, but plenty of pace. So you don't want to give him too much room to work in. And Dylan Richardson, who's got the proper tour vibe look, you know, the beard's out, he's got the long hair. So line up though, front foot ball, but a chain going around. That's Edsberg on a good angle. Good tackle on him. Cameron White, quick ball. Looking to wrap around. He's running into Pepsi Buthelezi. That's pretty horrible. And Francois Fenta's been caught on the ball as well. Lost a lot of ground there at the Sharks. The players running into each other. Pretty sloppy. Now, George Cornea goes to Pio Gianti. Steps inside. Getting away from one. Eventually brought down. Solid line being run by Quinny Oosthuizen. He only knows one way, and that's forward. Cameron White delaying his pass now. Seeing a bit of space in behind. Little Chambers. He chips in behind. And Pushkantelli was a tiff in. Pushkantelli going a bit of a run here. He's very composed with the fullback. And under a bit of pressure. The ball sort of floating around the back. Eventually, it's taken by Gonzalo Garcia. Pops it up. Right down the left-hand side. Outside the 22 here. Zebre. So they've lost the safety 22. So I think this will be lifted high into the air here by Garcia. Gessie is primed to chase. And it is giving chase. Right up against the touchline as well. Oh, wow, that is phenomenal. I mean, he's been kept inside. He has kept inside. That's brilliant. It's eventually ended up on the Sharks side. But it's been done so well by Simon Gessie to keep it inside. And then the ball comes loose. And then eventually goes across the left-hand side. It lands up with Pepsi Buthelezi, who carries it up to the midfield and on the halfway line. Big counteract, though, as they do use it and go to James Fenter. Assisted by a corner roll there. Cameron Wright now going into Richardson at first receiver. Richardson shifting to the left. Then going back down the angle. Back down the right-hand side. Into the pocket goes Buddha Chamberlain. He lifts it in the air. This will be a tester for Simone Gessie, who did very well earlier. And he's popped it back towards Tiff Eden, who's kept it in as well. Tiff Eden then gone to the boot. He's let it bounce here as Buddha Chamberlain. Inside is 22. Apira Gianti is tracking back to give him an option. He wants to run yet as Buddha Chamberlain. He steps away from Simone Gessie. And eventually he's got quite a good angle. And he does find a very nice clearance. Very good composure being shown by Buddha Chamberlain there. Finds touch just past the halfway line on the right-hand side. Banston says, this game may end 35-28. Sharks win. I wouldn't mind. That would be pretty good for my prediction. Says I have freeze-dried instant coffee and light chocolate chip biscuits. Oh, I could do some chocolate chip biscuits. Saying my prediction was for the loss for the Sharkies. Interesting. As I said, if you look at the Super Brew, yeah, we've only got 5 people who have gone with Zebre to win. So if you're not part of that Super Brew, make sure you go and join it. We need about 50 more to get to 100 people. We had over 400 for the World Cup, so looking to try and really up the numbers here. Weekly prizes, courtesy of BOYLESPORTS as well. So we've got a break and play here. So if you haven't, I really do recommend go and get yourself a BOYLESPORTS account. Link in the description. And you can go and there's a lot of different promotions, stuff like that. And you can stand a chance to win your share of 10,000 Rand in free bets if you go and bet on the URC in the next few weeks. Big URC promotion being run by our partners over there at BOYLESPORTS. So a big shout out for them for helping powering the channel, powering the coverage, powering everything really here at Forever Sports themselves. And then BITDEFENDER. Good way to keep yourself safe. They've also got a world-class VPN, which can help you watch content from all over the world. So go and check that out as well. I mean, if you're looking, for example, if you look at this weekend, I'm pretty sure you can watch the Bulls game later on a free-to-air broadcast if you're in the UK. Well, it's a good lineup there. there's a bit of space being found. Solid run down by Leonardo Krimov, the number 5, and penalty here for Zebre as well. Garcia wants to quickly, and Cornerell's been guilty of just slowing things down. Now, decision time here for Zebre. Probably pretty kickable, and but they've played with confidence, and you can see already Jacoba Trullo coming across, who's got that big boot. He had definitely had the distance in the last one, but will they want to go for poles, or they want to go for the corner? I like them to be brave and go for the corner. I think it's exactly what they're going to do, you know? Yep, that's exactly what they're going to do. Tiff Bean's going to kick towards the corner. I like it. I like it. Yeah, so if you're in Wales, for example, anywhere in the UK later, you can watch Cardiff versus Bulls on BBC iPlayer, BBC Two, or BBC Sport website. So there, and if you've got BitDefender, for example, and you have their VPN, you could also watch there, but if you get into a UK server. Kick off there in about an hour and a half's time. We've 10 minutes left in the first half. Good take there from Kremov as Zebre search for their first try of the match. Not a bad looking running more either. And the ball's been taken out against Garcia. Lukin almost through. Good carry by him. Andriani was slightly isolated, but Luca Bigi appears. Very good work from Garcia. Gets the ball out to Feeden. Delaying the pass. Then go himself. A lot of traffic for him to try and navigate. Gonzalo down the left-hand side now. Good carry from Fischetti. Big counter-attack, but penalty advantage coming as well. Not penalty. I reckon they'll knock this to the corner and they have a 5-meter line out here, Will Zebre. Playing with a lot of confidence. So I was saying it's going to go down to injuries and unforced errors, I think. Yeah, a couple of breaks in play here. So we're about, not been the worst half. We've been about, 30 minutes since kickoff, and we've still got 10 minutes to play. So it has been quite stop-start, having said that. And they do go to the corner. I like it. I like the confidence. Front of line once again. It's a good take there from Kremov. Looking pretty good. Luca Bigi controlling things at the back there. It's just shifting towards the right-hand side. Need to remain patient here. We're going to try and sprint down the left-hand side. If they do, they're pretty close. Not sure where this ball is, though. Lots of fun. I mean, jeepers, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if players have gone through the middle. Ball's available. Penalty is the call. So they're going to have another go here. Right, can we see a tap and go here, or they're going to go to the corner once again? Yeah, a couple of penalties in the red zone here from the Sharks, so just need to be a bit careful with the discipline. Good take from Andriani. Once is the court. Much better set here from the Sharks. They're going to have to use this over here. Zebre. Gonzalo does use it. Lukins, good carry from him. Good tackle, though. Good work being done by Corner on the ground. Ball pops up. Andriani. Tonali, good work there. Argentinian player starting to combine. Desperate defense even from the Sharks. So far, it's been pretty good defense. Joe Mangala will be a happy man in the coaching box. Now, Lukins sees half a gap. It's closed. No, it's a great tackle from Dylan Richardson. Brilliant tackle. Pick up and go. Has he got grounding there to Spaghetti? Ball is short. Ball should be available. Luca Bigi just short. Oh, this is desperate. This is brilliant defense from the Sharks. Absolutely brilliant. Pick up and go. Once again, short. Just need one strong carry. Look at Beasley this time. He understands, just takes the hit. Sucks in a few defenders. Good awareness there from the hooker. Dylan Richardson is lurking, trying to get his hands on that ball, trying to win a penalty up for the Sharks. They've decided to shift down the left-hand side. Yadu Zebre. Just short here from Peter Nari. Penalty advantage here for Zebre. Go to the backs, go to the backs, go to the backs. You got a penalty advantage here, chat. Go to the backs. You've sucked in so many players here. They'll be spaced on that left-hand side. Garcia's got to look to try and spread this. He has to look to try and spread this. Yankee just short. And then the penalty. You had to try and spread that. I don't understand why. Penalty advantage. They're gone. They weren't getting any go forward ball. They're any gain line advantage when the pick up and goes. Just throw it around. Just throw it out there. See what happens. The France offender's being spoken to here by the ref. And I think the Sharks are going to be quite lucky if they can get, if they get away with this without a yellow card. Nope, haven't scored yet. It's a penalty. It wasn't a try. It was awarded. Oh, it came up with a try. That's why the transition said try. No, not quite. Not quite. You're not. Yeah, you're not. You can be forgiven for thinking it was a try because the broadcaster thought it was a try. But no, it's just a penalty. So Tiff Eden's going to kick this to the right-hand side this time. They're going to do it all again. Right, can they score on the brink of half time here? Luca Bigi with ball in hand. He's been very good tonight. They go to the front. And Cece can't get that ball down. That's brilliantly defended. It's gone up by him and it'll be turnover ball. Just why? Why complicate things? Didn't jump. Yeah, I mean, they decided to try to go to the front, and he just didn't even manage to get the ball down and ball in. They were pushing before he could actually try and pass the ball around, back towards it. I still don't understand why. Just go up. I mean, they were doing so well. They were not contesting with the Sharks. Go up, bring it down, try them all over. Yeah, try line fever here. Camped on the 5-meter line, looked pretty good. Well, I personally, they should have gone to the back line and just given it a go, but no. Very good take from me up on Hidden. James Penter. As the Sharks look to exit with just over 3 minutes to go. And Buddha Chamberlain will find clearance. Good clearance win there from the Sharks. Very, very good mental win that is to be able to defend so well. That's a brilliant patch of defense. As I said, Joey Mangala is going to be a very happy man in that coaching box watching that. Right, 3 minutes to go. Zebre all the way back outside the 22 now. You have to rebuild. Looks like they're looking to potentially at the back of the line out here. No, they go to the front. It's good, well taken. Almost a bit of a fumble. And it's been pickpocketed by Cornet Roll. That's done very well by the big lock here. And George Cornier goes back on the angle. Solid carry from him. Made his move from the Cheetahs this season. Back to Buddha Chain. Not too many options. Just goes to the boot on the right-hand side there. But that's a horrible kick from Buddha Chamberlain. And it's out in the full. And there's no excuses there. So they can go all the way back. And start again, you can, Zebre. They'll say they should have spread the ball wide like spatchcock chicken. Exactly. And yet now you lose. You had a penalty advantage. And for me, Zebre's backs are what makes them lethal. I think that get Simone Gessi into some space. Prishkantelli he's a playmaker. Give him some opportunity here. But they do have an opportunity. It is a line out just outside the 22. It's about a 5-man line, I think, from the looks of it. Good take from Adriani. Ball pops up though, and they go to Garcia at first receiver. Lucan, that's another strong carry from the inside centre. Tiff Eden, it's not a great pass, but pretty well dealt with in the end by Prishkantelli. Just takes contact. Ball slightly behind him. Now back on the left-hand side, looking in the front foot. Very nice work here being done by Ntuka Ntunu, as well as Emil van Heerden. They go down the right. They find a bit of space down the side here. Very nice. It's a great tackle. The ball's out. There's a fantastic tackle there. I think it's a Upletter who made it, and that'll be a good moment for him. It was the massive Bianchi down the right-hand side there. He wasn't looking to pass or anything. He just wanted to run this up. I'm trying to work out if this is a period Dianti or Upletter who's had to... it's Upletter. He just gets nice and low. And yeah, it's a good tackle. It's a great tackle. It's exactly what we've been waiting to see from Upletter. Was criticised for his defence over the last year. But that's a very nice tackle. Do more of those, and you'll start to lose the stigma that you can't tackle. Good take there from corner roll at the front of the line up there for the Sharks. Looking to run things down. 20 seconds left off the half. Just 4 points in it. I think the Sharks are pretty happy with being in the lead, which is the main thing. Again, the Zebre side are competitive. Probably should have scored. So they'll be feeling a bit frustrated. So I think Sharks definitely be the happier of the two teams going into the change rooms. 5 seconds left. They need one more phase. Corner roll will bash it up. And now I'm sure Cameron Wright will either kick it out himself or he'll look to go back to Buddha Chamberlain. Yep, he asked for time as Cameron Wright. Straight back to Buddha Chamberlain. He says, I've had enough. Thank you very much. Right, well, there we go. So first half, 10 points to 6. Very interesting there. And a lot of good work being done from both teams at times. Fantastic defense from the Sharks. I think that's the big thing from them. Very, very good defensive effort. Could have conceded a couple of tries there. Yeah, maybe Zebre guilty of being a little predictable, maybe not trying too many things, being a little bit blunt on attack at times, especially that last sort of 10 minutes, but very good defense from the Sharks, and that is a very positive sign for them, is to be able to hold the team out, which they did very well. So we're going to go to a bit of a break. We'll see you guys in a little bit. So in the meantime, go and get your beverages, go and get yourself all sorted. If you're looking to watch the game, there are a whole bunch of broadcasters that are showing and stuff like that, so go and check out the broadcast list. But yeah, I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Right, and we are back, and the whistle is gone, and Sharks get things underway by going down the right-hand side as they do lead the game. 10 points to 6. Solid first half. Defensively, I think more impressive in the attack. They scored a very nice try, but more to the point, they did very well to keep out Zebre in that last 10 minutes. So on their way to a first win, if they can keep this the momentum up. Both of these teams currently winners in the competition. Sharks actually currently scoreless, and it's a decent clearance coming from Gonzalo Garcia as well. So he doesn't look particularly happy though when you after he kicked that. So don't expect to see for it to be too long before we do see Alessandro Fasco. Right, ball to the top. It's a good take from Pesi Buthelezi. Pops it up towards Cameron Wright. He goes flat. Solid carry they came from Murray from Rensburg. Need to use them more as ball carry if you ask me. Dylan Richardson now. Has solid half and very busy so far, Dylan Richardson. Cameron Wright to Emil van Heerden. A bit of a juggle. Eventually managed to straighten as the support of Pesi Buthelezi. Sharks into 22. Now Ntuka Kunu shifts it to Francois Venter to Buddha Chamberlain. He goes to April Fassi. Fassi stepping, but they've lost a lot of ground here, have the Sharks. Good for 10 yards they've lost there. And now trying to get back on the front foot. Francois Venter shifts us out towards Pesi Buthelezi. He goes himself. Slight last there. A couple of... Oh, that surely has to be a penalty. Yeah, really well played. That's very, very well played. Yeah, Pesi Buthelezi, I think maybe should have looked at sort of maybe shifting one more time to appear at Gianti. Then himself was slightly isolated. And very good one on the ground there from Zebre. George Currie arriving too late to clean him out and prevent the penalty from being awarded. Right, some of the comments at half-time. TJ would say Sharks need to keep this team playing in the URC and let the box play the challenge thing when they get back. Not enough chemistry last season. Interesting concept. RJ says, fun fact, the word for zebra is a donkey rugby jersey. And that's a solid line actually. Looking for the running. The running wasn't really worked here. Yeah, so Garcia's going to go to the boot. Garcia goes to the boot. It's a very nice kick. Should be competitive. It's a very good... Oh, coming in there was pretty fast. It's Pierre Jan who's knocked it backwards. Zebre players can't believe that. The ball pops up to James Venter. He's been through a lot of work as well. The Sharks pack, I think, has stood up tonight, which has been a bit of a change for them. Now Cameron Wright taking his time here. Puts in the air. Pierre Gianti's after this. Good work there being done. I think it's by Tiffy, who then pops it up to Kramer, who was there. So it's pretty well worked. Gonzalo Garcia. So RC, he said he wants to kick the ball. He's asking where his forwards are. Needs a couple of blockers here. They eventually do arrive. So Garcia not particularly happy with his forwards there. Now Fassi, a bit of pressure there. I think ball's gone forward there for Zebre player. So ball is with the Sharks with a knock-on advantage. Slow ball here for Cameron Wright. Now on the right-hand side, James Venter pops it to Buddha Chamberlain. Buddha Chamberlain going to Francois Venter. So it's Yes van Rensburg, and this Francois Venter goes forward, and they'll go back for the initial knock-on from Zebre. So it'll be a scrum down the right-hand side, and it'll be a Sharks feed. Right, big shot there from Zebre initially. A bit of shaker shot that came from the Sharks. Cameron Wright does use it. Buddha Chamberlain goes down the left-hand side with the boot. Leave that for 22, but it's well tracked back. Ball goes back inside. Pushkantedi. On a bad clearance from him up towards about just past the 10-meter line. Decent clearance from the fullback. And they go to the front of the line out, trying to move there to Tukakuno and then back to Richardson, but it's worked out pretty poorly. The pass back from Kuno wasn't great. So forward and out, I don't think they might have the option yet because Zebre. And I'll tell you what, if they got the option, I wouldn't be surprised if they actually asked for the scrum. I think they're deciding to what the option is here. I think the car is asking for the scrum. I would ask for the scrum. I think they look pretty good at the scrum. I reckon there's a penalty to be had there. Usually goes to himself off the back of the line up there. Good work. But not knocked off forward by the Shark. No ways is that knocked. But yeah, thank you. About to say the assistant coming on. Now, good, really good work there, actually. I think it was truly got up there and just threw himself in front of a period. Gianti had no chance. And then the ball popping back towards Cameron Wright, who then tried to pop it up to George Kinnear, who knocked it pretty blatantly forward. But referee initially saying it was knocked sideways, and eventually the call came from the touch judge to say it was in fact forward. So it will be a scrum for Zebre down the right-hand side, just outside of 22. Very nice position for them. Looking for the strong scrum, yeah. Looking for the penalty on Zebre, but it breaks off the back there for the captain. Nice strong carry from the Carter to Feeden. Good hands, good hands. Oh, the final pass. Bush can tell you behind Simone Gessi. If he made that pass, it could have been interesting. They had sucked in the player so well. Now the restart, the high restart. This Simone Gessi underneath it. Good take from the wing. Not too many options here. So Gonzalo Garcia goes back to Tiff Eden. Lifts it high for a couple of chases here, trying to get back on the front foot. They've been pretty good in the air, actually. And Pio Gianti spills that and it's going to go out for a line out. So I think it's an interesting thing. They've definitely targeted the Sharks under the high ball, and they competed really well. Not necessarily always sort of going for the ball. I mean, they did, but they just put the Sharks players under so much pressure. Good carry there to George Kinnear. Right, now Zebre trying to build from deep. Kick and chase here from Chula. Good take this time from Upper Varsity. Looks to go to the boot. Now wants to go himself. Chip over the top. Buddha Chamberlain. That's going to work out very nicely. Buddha Chamberlain. Offloaded. He had Ronnie Hansen for Resbo on the right hand side. Now they've got some space. They fire out towards Pesi Buthelezi. He goes himself. I tell you what, Pierre Dianti is absolutely fuming. He's lived his life on the left wing and not received anything so far. Good solid work here. Now Currie stays on the right hand side. Now Francois Fenter. Good chicken wing pass. But Vita Cocker come inside. Wasn't expecting it. Ball's gone out. Yeah, I suppose both teams just kind of a bit guilty of just not being very composed on the try line. Good line there from Zebre, right on inside their own half. Needs to try and build from deep, but doing well to just sort of cover, I suppose, force a couple of errors, really. Now goes back to Simon Gacy. He's under a bit of pressure. Not his best clearance there with that left boot. Yeah, good pressure being applied there by Francois Fenter. No touch on it, but so the Sharks down by 22. Pops down to Cameron Wright. Buddha Chamberlain. No, sorry, straight to Ranyats from Nansbury. Goes himself. Pick up and go from Werner Koch. He's looking for a bit of work here. Is the centre, is the wing, right wing. Tukatluna goes to Pesi Buthelezi. Cameron Wright goes to Dylan Richardson. Good tackle on Fassi. Sharks trying to build on the right hand side. Dylan Richardson. Now go back to Buddha Chamberlain in the pocket. Goes for the drop goal. He's turned. And he's turned because he's missed. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I think both teams just kind of looked all right in the attack, and then just as the game's gone, they kind of just sort of, well, as the attack sort of progressed, they kind of sort of run out of ideas. Late on the front foot now on the left-hand side. Chamberlain now going to play to Fassi. And eventually falls to Piro Gianti. He's had very little to do with ball in hand so far. We're a bit frustrated as the left wing. Dylan Richardson. Solid carry. Still going to Dylan Richardson. And a bit of a fumble from Pomeranians from Rensburg, and he's lost that forward. So it will be a knock-on. Again, just not clinical enough. Not clinical enough. Right, subs here now for Zebre, and Luca Beach is going to make way. So, Giampietro Boldi will come on. I think it's a second sub as well, trying to work out who's come on, who's gone off here. Erickson saying, don't be Reza, be a CVP. I think as teams get into the swing of things with their full-strength teams, we'll see better play. Sharks' composure last week was also all very frustrating. Well, yeah, the composure's been awful tonight as well. Just the soft skills every now and again, just really laying teams down. Right, Zeke Kabela. Not a household name, really, Zeke Kabela, and I don't think he's expecting to have this sort of role. Been around the block for a while. He's about 29. He's 29 years old. Was actually playing his rugby in Spain at a stage before coming back to South Africa. I think it was last year. So an interesting rugby journey. Straight down, another penalty for Zebre at scrum time. Their front row has pitched up. I said I was worried about this. The Sharks front row from a scrummaging perspective. Once again, it's in Suka that's been pinged. So yeah, frustrating times here for the away side, but for the home side, it's a nice position to be in, where you can go to your scrums and expect to win penalties, and that's a nice way of trying to get yourself back into the game. And he doesn't find touch, does Tiffy, and that's a big mistake. And that really fast, he hammers this back. So it will be the line-up, but they've lost a good 20, 30 yards of territory. If I'm not really, you've got to find touch. You absolutely have to find touch. There's no excuse not to find touch, really. I mean, they're back inside their own half, where it would have been the 22. Good work here from the front foot. And now on the right-hand side, a couple of Sharks trying to get their hands on the ball. Eden, solid carry from him. Strong work here, going through the face of Charles Zebre. Pushka takes straight through the gap. Pushka takes still himself. Garcia, it's a big hit on him. Now on the side was Tiff Eden. A couple of people asking if it was a high tackle. Carter going on the right-hand side. And a break and play now. And yeah, we are gonna have a look at a potential foul play here. Yeah, well, it's difficult. He is so low, really. Yeah, it's an interesting one. There's definitely head contact you have from Varsity. I do feel for him because Garcia is very low. So it's going to be an interesting decision to be made here. Unfortunately, we can't hear what the referee's actually saying. I think it's pretty low. I think he's going to go to a yellow card. Yeah, it will be a yellow card. Yeah, it will be a yellow card for Varsity. Big moment in the game, this for them. So down to 14, and if Zebre could capitalize, this could be an absolutely huge result. They're taking the points here, Zebre. It's a pretty good strike, and Prish Kante keeps his head down. Right, it is a 1-point game. Right on the right-hand side. Oh, cheap as me. Werner Cocker's leapt forward, and it's come close to Ntutukunu. That's left up brilliantly here for the Sharks on the front foot here. I'll tell you what, he managed to go down to 40 men and then score. And very, very well done. Dinovich has been held up. And a turnover. Right, 2 replacements here. Here comes Zim Kabele, as well as Sigumboze Noche. What an impact player Sigumboze Noche is. Huge scrum. Surely, yeah, Zebre are absolutely decimating the Sharks. When do we see an Italian scrum decimating a South African team scrum like that? It's impressive. It's very impressive. Right, so the lineup here for Zebre, and it will be the replacement hooker. Gianpietro Ribaldi. Go to the back of the line out. It's going straight over the top. Dylan Richardson jumped all over that. And it's a huge hit from Dylan Richardson. Look at the pace as well. Ball comes away to Zim Kabele. Into the 22 he goes. And now the ball's come loose. On the front foot goes Rowan Jans van Rensburg. They once again, they're looking to try and hold him up. Eventually manages to get it down to ground. And so in break and play, I think it's an injury, so I think he'll go back and award a scrum to the Sharks. Jim Gaming says, let's go Sharks. Just says you need to sleep and pull when you can watch the Sharks play. What do you think of the Bulls team and the depth this season? I think they've got no excuses to underperform this weekend, this season, because I think that they've got a proper squad. I think they've got depth at every position. I think that they needed a tight head, and they brought in Wilco Lowe, so I think that's a very good acquisition. I think that they've needed centres, so I'm interested to see that David Creel's going to run an inside centre penalty here, by the way, for Zebre. It's interesting. He's going to run an inside centre from the looks of it, and I think that Kane and Moody will be an outside centre, so I think that'll kind of solve the centres issue. A depth at back three, I think they've got Kurt Lawrence and Valérie Leroux. I think they needed another fly-off option potentially. If Person were to get injured, they brought in Jakob van der Walt. Loose forwards-wise, they brought in Peter Gamedi, great player. Master Kutsia back, for example. I think they're a little bit light on locks. I think that could probably do with an extra lock. I thought that you bring in Akpan over Jan Krabbela. So I think, they've got two proper players in basically every single position. So, yeah, I think they've got a great squad. Absolutely great. Matthew Dixon says, Storm's number one position has me concerned. It's Tisa Tole, Lizo Koboka. Those two are both good. I think you'll be fine. Not a massive... I think Addy from Mark struggles a little bit. But I think in... it's a great Roddy Moore. They've got... He's still going! Just short of the 22. It's a great run by Ruggieri. Ball back inside. I look at Zebre. Are playing with the tails between the legs here. Their tails are up. Weird tail Zebras, but what tails they have, they are up. Great defense there, being pushed back. But now the man who got them on the front foot in the first place, Ruggieri getting on the front foot. So, okay, but all the way back towards the halfway line. This is great defense here. Now goes to the boot. That looks a bit far from Alessandro Fasco. No, it's in fact just outside 22. It's actually pretty perfect. And Werner Koch underneath it. It's a good take from him as well to find a yard or two and relieve a bit of pressure. Good work from the right wing. 15 minutes left. Sharks still down to 14 points. It's a 1-point game. So a penalty in this sort of area, for example, and Zebre take the lead, in fact. So this is a very important passage. Little chip over the top from Ziem Kele. Alessandro Fasco well positioned, though. Oh, my goodness. So they've given it to Preshkantelli, who is right by Ryan Rensburg, who does very, very well. No advantage. Penalty here. Wow, this could be decision time. Decision time. Right, what are they going to do? Take the points here. They can take the lead here, could Zebre. It would only be a 2-point lead, but it would be a lead. Go to the corner, score. Make it more than a 3-point game, for example. Yeah, they're going to take the points, yeah. Big kick ahead to this from Preshkantelli. What a result this would be for Zebre if they were to do it. Josh is saying, as a Sharks fan, this is dreadful to watch. Yeah, I must admit, do you start to panic a little bit at this kind of performance? Because, yes, you're missing Springbok, but it's a better side on paper than Zebre. And yes, you're away, but it's a better side than Zebre. I tell you what, that's a good-looking kick. And Preshkantelli's been flawless off the tee block. And he's been very good. And once again, that's gone straight down the middle. And Zebre in the lead. That's not part of the plan. Right, big, 30 minutes left on here because the Zebre right now lead with 13 minutes to go. Sharks down to 14 men. And I think this is now game management from Zebre. Just game management. Get yourself down to the Sharks territory. Play in the last 10 minutes down that side of the field. Tiff Eden has been substituted as Scott Gregory's come on. I'll be interested to see if Gregory goes into the fly, which I think he will. I think Preshkantelli will stay at fullback. It's a great lineup from the Sharks. We could try and set the running more in the middle of the field. Right, Miles Porkito on, by the way, for Ryan Rensburg. Now, the big thing about Zebre now is discipline as well. They cannot afford to concede a penalty because one more penalty, and again, Sharks, we take the lead. So really, really big sort of period as a period Yanti comes and looks for a bit of work. Kabela goes to Emil van Heerden. Looks like he's putting a bit of weight here as Emil van Heerden. Buddha Chamberlain goes short to Sikimoza Noche. Good tackle on him. Yeah, good rolling there. You can see Kabela trying to ask for that penalty right in front of the poles. Buddha Chamberlain gets skipped, goes fast off Fenton. Minus Porkita, his first carry of the day. Now, long pass out towards Emil van Heerden. His legs get taken out underneath him. So far, very good defense and good discipline. More to the point here from Zebre. Hiron Andrews, slight slip. And Kabela's been caught in the ball. Turnover ball here for Zebre. Then that ball's been lost forward, I think. No, leave it about. No knock-on advantage whatsoever. Ball goes back. And it's been charged down and collected by Minus Porkita. He's got options. Back towards the halfway line. Kabela goes on the right-hand side. Gianti made the call. He's got Sigmund Noche. It's a good tackle though on Gianti from Preshkantelli. Sharks still with ball in hand here, but all the way back towards the halfway line. Emil van Heerden trying to get... Oh, that's lost the ball forward as well. And that was a forward pass. They'll actually enjoy that, will Zebre. They'll have the scrum. Up in Varsity will come back onto the park. Right, check out this crazy mono. Right, decision time, yeah. Decision time here from the Sharks. How do they find a victory here? How do they find their way out of this? How do they burgle a victory a little bit? We entered into the last 10 minutes here. Sean said, I'm surprised with the score. I thought Sharks would run away with it and not make Zebre look good. Joshua says, ever since Rock Nation took over, Sharks have been in the gutter. Well, technically, they haven't taken over. Technically, MVM, but yes, they're part of it. Still a lot of time. Sean Farrell, yeah, Malcolm Mazzotti is the Sharks' thorn. Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's an interesting thing how after the takeover, things haven't gone quite good. Before the takeover during the Super Rugby, they actually had a great season. I just don't understand where it's going wrong because on paper, it's still a good side. You know, Roland van Rensburg, Francois Fence, these are quality players. You know, George Cornier is a great player. I think it's a very young pack. I mean, I do think it's a young pack. Pushing before the ball goes in, that could be a free kick. It's not going to be more to the point. It's going to run down 30 seconds. This is what it feels to be a Lions fan. Mate, do not come at me because you guys are going to get your first losing bonus point here. We're sitting on like 3 points. 4 points after 3 games without winning a game. So, yeah. Come at me. Right, Dan Eustace being ready to come on at hooker. I thought he had a good game that did Dylan Richardson. Right, 8 points left. Right, and I'll tell you, they haven't made a lot of subs here, have Zebre. That's another good looking scrum. That must be a penalty, surely. Balls come popped up. I tell you what, Lucata did very well there under a lot of pressure because the ball popped up. But I tell you what, I'm surprised that wasn't a scrum penalty. I once again had the front foot there, did Zebre. Taking all the time in the world here with Zebre. Right, now Fusker's going to go to the boot. This is going to be chased by a lot of Zebre players. Going fast. Simon Gesi's just outside. It's brilliantly. That's fantastic. It really is. Oh, Fusty's lost it. Not forward. Here, Gianti looking to clean up, and Simon Gesi was trying. Oh, he has lost it forward. That is so pinpoint from Alessandro Fusco. Poor from Fusty. Maybe a bit of a harsh call. Who knows? Big moment in the game. Josh says, Sharks with Man United of the URC. Hey. I will not be catching strays from my football team on a rugby stream here. There's no need for that. Justin saying, would like to see Franco Smith take over at Lions and build a team. No, I wouldn't be adverse to Franco Smith. I do think that Ivan van Rooyen, to be fair, Franco Smith can come in right now. With the current setup, he wouldn't be able to do anything better, I don't think. It's difficult to know how good Ivan van Rooyen is when we're dealing with zero resources. I mean, there's certain results we've gotten over the last year where you sit there going, oh, maybe we can do this, but yeah, it's just a frustrating time. That says guys like Ruan Fenter, Henke van Beek, Cade Voliter, Jordan Ennis are all going to be wasted there. Well, Voliter's there on loan, so he goes back to the Stormers at the end of the season. And a penalty for the Sharks at scrum time. Well, that's the first time we've seen that this game, and what a time it is to do it. Sean says, definitely not a coach issue, so it's really mind-boggling trying to fight with why they don't click and perform. Well, I suppose, this is now, your third for the coach, still sort of struggling. Sean Everett wasn't getting the best out of them, and so they replaced him. Then Neil Powell took over for that stage of the thing, and he couldn't get the best out of them. Now you've got John Plumtree, and they're still struggling. Look, John Plumtree hasn't really had the benefit of a full squad just yet. But even so. Oh, they go up and they're trying to steal the line. It was a very good take. And Facebook Lazy brings out the back, gives to Zeke Nkabela. Wrap around here. Good work. Lionel Currie going to Abraham Fassi. Quick ball here. Dylan Richardson. Discipline needed here from the Sharks. Lionel Currie popping up George Currie. Long pass out to Werner Cock. Bush Cantelli goes out towards Emil van Heerden. Finds himself on the wing. Comes inside. Good tackle on him. So that's how the 22. Now we get on the left-hand side. Nkabela goes to Jacobs. Now falls to Mars Porquito. Goes to Francois Fenter, the captain. Not really making too many yards. The second was in Noche. Shows and goes himself. He makes a yard or two, as he often does. Ball available, yeah, for Nkabela. Cornier pops to George Cornier. Had a quiet game so far as the 8th man. Now Cornier decides to put a dab in behind. Not the worst option. Just puts it in behind. It'll be a line-up for Zebre. Does run the clock down a little bit though. Right, Rizziolo comes on for Peschetti. What a game he had. Really, really impressive from both the front rows and Zebre. Right, important line up this. Sharks will contest. It's well won in the end. Pops up. Fasco goes pretty flat. And need to just find a good exit. 4 minutes left on the clock here for Zebre. Can't make a mistake. It's a very good clearance. That's a brilliant clearance. That has done so well. They've driven them all the way back to the halfway line. That is such a good exit from Zebre. They've been good tonight. If they win this, they 100% deserve it. 100% deserve it. The Sharks have been poor, but Zebre have stuck into the game. And it's amazing how after that try, you kind of went, oh, well, the Sharks have got this. But Zebre were actually never, ever out of it. I think they were only behind by, what 4 points? I think was the maximum sort of distance. I don't know if it was 10 points to 3 or 10 points to 6. Could have been 10 points to 3. But even then, that's 7 points. Converted a try. Right, but Pestwood laser user quickly. Nkabela once again goes to midfield. Taking more than Noche in there. And on the right-hand side, less than 3 minutes left on the clock. Oh, that's a horrible clean-out and a penalty. I don't know if it was for the clean-out or for the win on the ground, but I tell you what, that's a brilliant win by Mohamed Hassa. Yeah, I think it was the clear-out that was the issue from Myron Andrews. We can have a look here. But that could very well be the game, It's 2.5 minutes, still a bit of time. But a penalty here, it's not kickable, so they're not going to be able to take the points here, are Zebre. But they'll be able to kick this deep into Sharks territory, take their time. Oh, he's landing on his head. Oh, that's looking worse and worse on replay. Goodness me, that looks horrible. I think Myron Andrews could be seeing a... Oh, that's horrible. Oh, no. That's a red card. That's got to be a red card. It looks worse every single time you look at it. I'd be very surprised if he stays on here. I think it's George Currie as well who's involved there as well. I mean, look at that. They've got 2 Sharks players. He's landing on his head. You've got to be looking at red card. You have to be looking at red card. I think it's George Currie, the other player, but that doesn't look good at all. The question is, who's going to get the card? Yeah, red card, Hiron Andrews. Can't complain, I don't think. That's a horrible, horrible challenge. Right, so 2 minutes to go. Just over 2 minutes. Down to 40 men on the Sharks. Zebre with their tails up, looking like a potential first win of the season. First win in over 2 seasons. Right, so it sounds like a tag team. Power bombs. SATs really are poor away from home. The rugby they played abroad has been shocking. Most of us is red card all day, 6 feet bang, it doesn't look good for Hiron Andrews. It's a horrible, horrible clean up there. Right, less than 2 minutes to go. Zebre score, they've won it. That is the simple equation. Get that ball out. He does get that ball out, does Fasco. Look at the carry there from Lukin. Really good work here. Really good. Just seeing out the game. Yeah. I mean, Zebre haven't really done this particularly. Oh, no, Wes. You're thinking about the drop goal maybe. Push continue dropping into the pocket. That would be dirty if he did. Filthy, in fact. Oh, dude, you're right there. You're right there. Push continue. What are you doing? Drop into the pocket. Trula's there. I don't know if he's got a drop goal on him, but just drop it. Like, you're literally right there. It would be a chip. It would be a chip. Yeah, I think Trula's the one that's in the pocket, yeah. I don't know if he's in the pocket for the drop or if he's just sort of floating around. 40 seconds to go. Just chip the drop goal. Come on, do it, man. They're going to go absolutely mental when they win this. If they win this, or Zebre. Let me not jinx it. Yep, 20 seconds to go. Drop goal time. Drop goal time. Drop goal time. Do it. Yeah, back towards the left-hand side. They don't even need the drop goal. One more phase and they've done it. I will still do the drop goal for Bans. That is it. Time is up. Go back to him and have the drop goal. Just for shits and gigs. Look what it means to them. They didn't win a single game last season. They've beaten the Sharks. What a result. What a result. And deserved. Absolutely deserved. Sharks, that is a horror result for them. Zebre do it. They win their first game of the season. They beat the Sharks 12 points to 10. What a game. Sharks can't believe it. Well, how's that for a result? People, thank you very much. I've got to go because we've got to get ready for the next game. But thank you very much for joining me. We'll see you guys on the stream very shortly for Bulls versus Cardiff. So we'll see you guys then. Please do smash the like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel.